I was addicted to pornography for 15 years. I eventually found freedom in February 2016. February 2026, I will be celebrating 10 years clean of porn and masturbation. It is the best thing I have ever done in my life. Here are 13 lessons that I've learned in my journey. Welcome to the Man Within podcast, guys. So glad you are here. And very quickly, before I jump into the content today, I want to make sure that you know we are on YouTube now. And so if you haven't made your way over to YouTube, make sure you go over there, subscribe so that you can get this content in video form. Personally, when I am learning and I'm trying to gain information and better myself, I try to engage with it as many ways as possible. I want to hear it and I want to see it, and if there's something I can do, obviously I'm going to do that as well. That maximizes the learning experience, and that's what I want for you guys as well. So if you don't subscribe to me yet on the YouTube channel, make sure you go over there, Man Within Podcast. We would love to see you over there. Okay, let's jump into the content for today. Okay, 13 lessons from 10 years of NoFap. Lesson number 1, don't rewire your brain. Look, your brain, when it is watching pornography, it is hardwired for immediate rewards, instant gratification. And people who try to rewire their brain with the hacks and gimmicks and these quick fixes end up reinforcing the part of their brain that wants a quick reward. Stop rewiring your brain. It's that all of those tactics and hacks are literally just reinforcing the brain and keeping it addicted to quick hits. Okay? Instead, what we want to do is we want to take a slow and steady approach. We want to be incredibly patient, and we want to delay gratification, which means we will suffer a little bit of pain right now, short term, if it means a long-term gain. Number 2, ditch the internet filters. Look, here is the deal with internet filters. This is like putting a Band-Aid over your skin when you've been diagnosed with cancer. It doesn't make sense. The internet filter logically would stop you from watching the thing that you want to watch, but in reality, if you really want something in the heat of the moment, you're going to find a way. The internet filters are killing you because they're giving you fake confidence. You think that you're actually moving things forward, but you're not. Ditch the internet filters, go after the roots instead. Number 3, stop fighting temptations. Look, the number 1 question I get, how do I handle these temptations? They're so intense. Give me a hack, give me a gimmick, which we've already talked about why that's a problem. But the reason that you want to stop fighting temptations is because it is a futile endeavor. Eventually the temptations will break you down. What we want to do instead is prevent temptations. When we prevent temptations, that's what actually allows us to not constantly be on the defensive, but to actually go on the attack and get some momentum going in the right direction. It doesn't mean that you'll never be tempted, but the more we prevent temptation, the less energy we're going to spend trying to fight these really difficult moments, and we can channel that energy instead on moving the needle forward and actually walking in freedom. Number 4, don't count streaks, track trends. Look, this is such a big deal. I really want you guys to capture this. When we count streaks, we end up wasting our time because it's the constant reset culture. I went 30 days, I went 40 days, and then I had to slip back to square one, back to ground zero. When we track trends, I slipped on day 31 after going 30 days clean, so I've had one slip in the last 31 days. And that's pretty damn good, especially if you were struggling weekly or maybe a couple times a month before. And if you keep the momentum moving in the right direction, eventually that trend should improve as long as you're obviously going after the root issues and doing your work. And you'll see that, maybe every 30 days it goes from, 3 times to 1 time, and then eventually you go 0 times, and then you never look back. That's what happens when you track trends. Even the slips, even the relapses can be leveraged and can launch your momentum forward when you track trends. Number 5, without God, freedom is impossible. I mean, it kind of says it all. God is the author of freedom. And if you don't know God, you do not know freedom, and you never will. Freedom truly only happens when you surrender to Jesus. Number 6, porn is a solution. Porn is a solution. And if you find out the problem it's solving, you will have all the insights you need to quit. Usually it's connection, it's comfort, it's stress relief. It is solving some issue in your life, otherwise you wouldn't keep coming back to it. Figure out what that issue is, find a superior solution, and watch the freedom pile in. Number 7, doing this alone is bound to fail. And I know this from personal experience. The first 3 years I tried to quit porn, I struggled because I was too embarrassed to bring other people in. I mean, I confessed it to a couple people, but it was all at arm's length, right? I mean, I'll confess it to you, but don't get involved. I don't want you to actually see what's going on in here. I just want to admit that I have a problem. See, that is bound to fail because scripture says that he who isolates himself seeks his own desire. He rages against all wise counsel. And the problem here, when you do this thing alone, is that you might get the best ideas in the world, but you can't actually implement them. You don't have the accountability, you don't have the support, and you don't have the energy of a community behind you. You got to get other people involved. Otherwise, you're wasting your time, and it's going to take you probably 8 to 10 times longer to get a fraction of the results that you'd get if you just involve some other people. Hey, my man, it's Sathiya here. Real quick, if you are looking to finally quit pornography, this is an opportunity of a lifetime that I don't want you to miss out on. For Black Friday at Deep Clean, we have some really special sales going on from November 26th to November 28th. You need to take advantage of these opportunities by the end of November 28th if you want to move forward and finally step into the freedom, the purpose, and the integrity that you've been looking for. For those of you that have been interested in Deep Clean Inner Circle, I have really good news for you. We are offering a lifetime discount to Deep Clean Inner Circle. Plus, those who join during this Black Friday sale get a free one-on-one implementation call with our team. This is a chance for you to not just get a comprehensive program that hundreds of guys are in right now, quitting pornography actively, but you actually get customized guidance to make sure that you get the most out of your investment. We've never offered this before. We may never offer the implementation call again. I don't want you to miss out on this. Plus, you get a discount that lasts you as long as you are with us. This is a great opportunity for people who are ready to take that next step in recovery and are sick and tired of struggling alone. Now, we also have an opportunity for those of you that are interested in Deep Clean Signature. That's our high-level coaching program. If you want if you want the best one-on-one coaching in the world with a comprehensive program that's helped over 1,000 guys quit pornography, Signature is your opportunity. Right now, we're offering $1,000 off this program, plus the first 8 people to book using the link in the show notes here are going to get a free one-on-one coaching call with me. And so this is a great opportunity for you to really stack the odds in your favor of making a lasting recovery. Here's what you need to do now. There's 2 links in the show notes, one for Inner Circle, one for Signature. Go check them out, see which one makes more sense for you, and make sure that you take that next step before November 28th is over. God bless you, man. Back to the show. Number 8, accountability only works one way, and that is when you are accountable for what is internal, not what is external. This is such a big deal. I really don't want you to miss this one, okay? If you're gonna do an accountability arrangement, you gotta make sure that they are accountable or holding you accountable for what is within. Not just, did you watch porn, yes or no, but the thoughts, the feelings, the beliefs, the intentions, right? Scripture talks so much about our intentions. That's the only way that accountability actually works. Do it right. Number 9, always take imperfect action, okay? Many guys are struggling to get momentum in recovery and in walking in freedom because they're waiting for everything to be perfect. They want everything to line up, everything to match up a certain way. Those who take imperfect action always get better results. They move forward faster, they learn more quickly, and they usually end up perfecting whatever that tool or strategy is faster than the people who aren't making the mistakes and learning from them. So always take imperfect action. Number 10, connection is king. Look, it's just the truth. The opposite of addiction is not sobriety, it's connection. And when you prioritize connection in your life, you get unbelievable results. If there's anything I would do in hindsight in my own recovery journey, I would learn to share vulnerably with safe, trustworthy people more quickly, because I know for a fact that would have exponentially increased my results and my outcomes. Connection is king. Number 11, nothing lasts until you get to the roots. You could do everything else we just talked about, and if you did it for 3 months, you would see some results and you would eventually fall off. You have to get to the roots. We can't just keep running over the weed with the lawnmower. We can't just keep cutting things at a surface level with internet filters and street counting and hoping for the best. Until you get to the roots, you will not see any change in the fruit. And that is the truth. Number 12, trauma is always at play. Really tough one for me to understand. I have a good upbringing. I had good parents. I didn't have anything obvious. Trauma is always at play. I've worked with over 1,000 men. I've been talking to people online about this issue for a long, long time. I've spoken with millions of people. Trauma is always, always, always at play. And it may not be the biggest part of your recovery journey. And for some of you, it is the biggest part of your recovery journey. But big or small, trauma is at play. And unless you address it, you will experience a limitation in your freedom. Number 13, and man, I love this point. This is like the best way to end it. Purpose is the answer. And this is research backed. It's scripturally based. We know that when people have purpose and meaning in their life, they are way less likely to engage with things like pornography. So here's the deal. What do these 13 things mean for you? Well, I want to encourage you, take one thing that really jumped out to you and then act on it. Don't just listen to it, but figure out what's the next action that I can take to put this thing into practice in my life and to make sure that I also have my last relapse and go the rest of my life without pornography. Look, I'm going to celebrate 10 years. We're going to do some epic stuff here on this podcast, so make sure you're subscribed and you get notified about it. But the thing I want you to capture here is, for me, it's 10 years. For a lot of my clients, though, they're starting to hit some of those milestones as well, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is, because this is possible when you follow the steps that I just laid out for you in the episode today. Guys, pick one, go act on it, watch your life change. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next one.